So, what are the things that I like about Office Autopilot? No risk approach. You don't have to pay a kickstart. And there is a 90-day money-back guarantee, which I think that's unheard of, because I've never seen a system that gives you 90 days. And that just tells you how confident that Landon Ray, the CEO of Ontraport, and those guys, how confident they are in a product. And rightly so. I think it's a great product, and so that's something that they offer, and I think that's great for small businesses that can't afford to take risks. I think they give you a little bit more generous offering in terms of the number of records. So if you are a business that relies on a lot of records, I think this is definitely something that you should look at. I know there's a lot of internet salespeople out there that have huge lists, and you're probably, total cost of ownership is probably going to be a little cheaper with Office Autopilot, just because they give you more records in their system, and database space is not cheap. And I think that's great. They have a scalable solution, which I absolutely love. So, I am a small business consultant too, and I work with really small clients that are just getting started. And the nice thing about Office Autopilot is they have a product called SendPepper, which is a very scaled down, watered down version of their main product, which is Office Autopilot. And SendPepper has 3 versions. There's the Jalapeno, Habanero, and the Pro. The cheapest version of SendPepper will run you $29.95 a month, gives you 2,500 records. That's a pretty cheap deal. That's a pretty affordable deal to get into a CRM/email marketing system for $29.95 a month is pretty awesome. And obviously, as your business grows, you can grow the solution with that. So you can go out and get Habanero. Then you can grow and get the Pro, and then finally, if you need to, you can get the full-blown Office Autopilot suite. So I think they have a great vision for scalability, something Infusionsoft really doesn't have. So I think that's a big plus. They have, if you buy their Elite package, which is $300 a month, you get a free membership software plugin, and I think that's a great benefit. So Infusionsoft has a membership site called Customer Hub. You pay $79.95 a month on top of your monthly fee with Infusionsoft. If you pay $300 a month for Office Autopilot, you get the free membership software for free. So, and some of you might be saying, well, what do I need a membership software for? Well, maybe there's some training videos as part of your product. Maybe there's some documents that you want to lock down that you only want customers to have access to. You put that stuff into some kind of membership site. One other thing that I left off here is I really like Office Autopilot's integration with WordPress. I think they have a deeper integration with people who have WordPress sites, from my experience. And the last thing is, actually forgot one more thing on here. I love they make it really easy to send out cards. So Office Autopilot has their own fulfillment cards, postage fulfillment, brochures, stuff like that. So you can send out cards through Office Autopilot a lot easier than you can through Infusionsoft. I forgot to list that as a bullet point. I apologize, Ontraport, forgive me. And the last thing I have here is you can create personalized landing pages with Office Autopilot. Some people think that's a big deal. I think it's pretty cool. And I've been using Infusionsoft since August of 2012. I have not heard of that before. So with Office Autopilot, you can use personal landing pages. So anyway, those are the few things that I like about Office Autopilot. Here are some things that I didn't so like. So their CRM seems to be pretty weak. It seems like it's pretty good for B2C, business to consumer management, but for business to business, it's pretty weak. It's not near as robust as Infusionsoft's CRM. There's no e-commerce, so $300 a month. I think that it would be nice to have a basic e-commerce system in there. Office Autopilot doesn't provide that. They do give you an API that allows you to integrate with other shopping cart systems, but there's no e-commerce. Lack of training resources. So when I first started using Office Autopilot, basically there was a 9 moves video and a few other things out there, and that was pretty much it. They had no weekly mastermind call. They didn't really have any classes that I could go out there. I mean, they had one class that they just started offering recently. You have to go out there and stuff, but they didn't really have near the robust training support that Infusionsoft has. They're a smaller company. They're up and coming. I'm sure they're going to address that over time. But if you're looking for that right now, I think Office Autopilot, Ontraport is lacking in training and having those training resources available. To me, the software just didn't seem as mature as Infusionsoft. My experience with Infusionsoft is I can go in, I can create things really quick. I didn't have to click into a lot of different places to do things. With Office Autopilot, it seems like to create a tag, I had to go here. To create a form, I had to go here. To create a sequence, it just seems like there was a lot more clicking around, and it just seemed like it just didn't have the rapid ability that Infusionsoft has. It just doesn't seem as mature. I think over time they're going to obviously make a lot of changes to where you don't have to click around so much and stuff, but it just seemed like there was a lot of things over here, over there. I had to go into admin and create tags and go over here. So there was just it just seemed like to me there was a lot more, clicking around and do things. With Infusionsoft Campaign Builder, I can go right in, I can create a form, I can create an email, I can do all that right in there, and it's a lot faster. And the things that I just said about clicking around, that kind of leads into the sequences. So in Office Autopilot, you create these automation things called sequences, and it just seemed more cumbersome than Campaign Builder. I definitely like Campaign Builder a whole lot better than Office Autopilot sequences and stuff like that. So here are my final thoughts. Infusionsoft is a more mature product by far for small businesses to really put their sales and marketing process in a high gear. Infusionsoft, I believe, is better for small businesses that have has a small sales team, or if you have a sales pipeline. I think Infusionsoft is a better fit for you. Infusionsoft Campaign Builder is golden. I mean, it really is. Office Autopilot is kind of like an email. To me, it felt like more of an email marketing system on steroids. It didn't feel like it had that sales management piece to it that you get from Infusionsoft. It felt more like you're just working with a really good email marketing system on steroids. I mean, that's kind of how I felt. But I will say Office Autopilot gives you more records. I think it seems to be a better fit for internet marketers or people who are doing a lot of email marketing. So if you don't do a lot of selling in a pipeline, but you just do a lot of emailing and stuff like that, I think it might be a better fit for you. And my verdict is Infusionsoft, despite its high startup cost and no money back guarantee, I believe this is the one to choose. I really tried to give Office Autopilot a fair shake. I used it for about 5 months, and it's a great product, but I just got spoiled with Infusionsoft. I'm sorry, but Infusionsoft in my book is the Lamborghini of sales and marketing automation for small business. Now, does that mean that every small business is ready for it? No, absolutely not. But I believe that if you are ready to drive a Lamborghini, I think investing in Infusionsoft and spending a few $100s more a month for Infusionsoft will provide huge value to you as a small business. So I actually am an Infusionsoft certified consultant. I got certified in May, but I still go out and play with a lot of products. I'm actually demoing Green Rope right now. I'm looking at Sendow, and one of the values that I want to provide for my clients is just not one solution, but multiple solutions. And so I've appreciated the opportunity to work with Office Autopilot. I'm sure it's going to continue to be a great program. They're going to make a lot of changes to it, but I think Infusionsoft is ahead of them, and I think they're going to continue to stay ahead. I think Infusionsoft is just going to rock it next year with some really cool stuff. So I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. And I know there's probably a lot of people that will disagree with some of the things that I said, but this is based on my experience, guys. So have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching.